I'm not here to say which set is best. I'm just here to say that vintage light bricks is better than new light bricks. Discuss. That's right, we're back with another video all about vintage Lego, and today we're going to discuss these two. They are from the Light and Sound theme from 1986, and I cannot wait to show you all of the functionality and playability that these two sets have. Now, if you don't know, we've been creating a series over the last few weeks about a 25 kilo or 55 pounds consignment of vintage Lego that I purchased, and it came with 82 instruction manuals, and we were told that all of those parts would be there to build those 82 sets. So we've been going on this journey, kind of picking sets in our free time, building them and enjoying the old school nature of some of these sets. Now, if you don't know, we've been doing space theme, we've done some boats, we've got some amazing sets coming up for you. We've got the fire station, the police station, we've got the Indy car, we've got the motor speedway, we've got all sorts of, we've got some football ones as well, that'll be interesting. So yeah, we have all sorts of good things. So if you're interested in vintage Lego, please hit the subscribe. If you're not, that's absolutely fine. But we've got some really cool things coming up in the near future. Now, you might wonder, why have I got the Temple of the Golden Idol 2023 Indiana Jones set sitting in front of me as well? Well, I think this is one of the best examples of a Lego light brick that Lego have done over the last few years. So I wanted to show you this set quickly so you understand this doesn't happen without these. So let me just take you through this set quickly. Now, this is probably my set of the year for 2023. It has 1,545 pieces. It has a price per piece count of 9.7 cents, so it's under that 10 cents mark. It has 4 exclusive minifigures. It has playability. It's reasonably difficult to build, not the system part, but the Technic bit, just to make sure that everything goes in the right place so you get that playability functions. And it has a wonderful use of a light brick. So I think it's a fantastic set. Now, as you go through the playability functions, you've got obviously the rock that falls, you've got the wall that goes, you've got the vines that you swing on, and then you have Indiana Jones at the front with his bag of sand to try and exchange for the idol. But as he does that, you have the knob just down here that moves, and it first lights up Indiana Jones and the idol, which kind of gives it that gold kind of feeling across that part of the set, and then it allows, with the next click of the same knob, the falling face to crush Indy as well. So it is a wonderful set, and it's exactly what Lego should be doing, and not the 18 plus $600, $700 hyper realistic sets. I don't believe that's where Lego should be, and I think this is a fantastic modern day example of vintage Lego. It has playability, it's fun, it displays well, it looks great, good design, and wonderful minifigures, and a lovely little light brick as well. So let's put this to one side and let's take a more detailed look at these two wonderful Light and Sound sets. So let's start with the Sonic Robot. So it's all built on a 9-volt battery box. You can see one just there. It has clutch power on the back. It has studs on the front, so it can be built upon. Then it has these two tiny little mini builds which hold the little spacemen. So it has red spaceman and blue spaceman just there. Their torsos are, as you can see, in fantastic condition. Then we've got the, if we move those out the way there, we then have the articulating arms. We have multiple print pieces, so there's no stickers here, so 2 print pieces there, 2 print pieces there. We have the 2x2 inverted brick slope with print there, and then we have the 1x2 brick print just there as well. Now, a very simple build, only 103 pieces. It does come with the 2 minifigures, as I said, in the set. Now, the interesting part is obviously the 9-volt brick. So let's start there. Now, it has the grey button up here on the top. So if you press it, it lights up the brick just like that. Now, this light brick is quite interesting. I'm going to go into detail about these light bricks in a minute. But one of the interesting parts about this light brick is actually, if we take it off, see how it's flashing now? If we take it off, we turn it the opposite direction, and then we put it on, it doesn't flash anymore. And that is because there is a blocker inside which allows the electricity to run through or to not run through in order to allow it to flash. There we go. So that's extremely interesting. Now the build itself is what it is. Yes, it kind of looks like a robot. It can be built into another flying space object as well that the spacemen control. But ultimately, this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best one of the two builds. So the next part about this build that's quite interesting is the sound brick just there. And essentially it turns, and as you turn, it stops. And if you turn it the opposite direction, you get a different sound. And if you keep turning it, it will turn itself off, and then you get the different sound again. Very interesting stuff. So this is the XT Starship. Now, it's built into 3 sections. So if we take it apart here, we have the front section first. Now, I actually haven't cleaned this, so it is slightly mucky on some of on the windshield, on a couple of these 2x2 circle plates. But you've got the printed element in the front there, which I'm sure you can see. You have the yellow spaceman that comes with the set. He's in fantastic condition. The torso looks great. You then have the blue windscreen, which is, again, in really great condition for its age. I mean, we're talking 45 years old, 43 years old, whatever it is for this. You then get the 1x4 bricks with the print option on either side there. And then you get a load of trans red stuff on this set as well. But yeah, this doesn't have the light brick built into it. Let's get the other section in to show you that. So this section here actually comes out like that. Although whether it means to or wants to, I'm not certain. But in the alternate build to this set, it does have kind of multiple mini flying builds, but this is 100% the set that you want. So we then have the printed pieces. So we have the arrows here and here on each side of there. We then have the printed space 2x3. Then we have the 2x2 slopes on either side, which have the printing on there. And then we have the arrows underneath as well. Now we've got, as I say, lots of trans red pieces. We have the trans green up here, and then we've got these wonderful hoses, both on the black on this one, and then the yellow on this one. But again, it's all built off this 9-volt battery pack. So if we turn it on here, so there's a trick to these. If you just push them down, they don't lock in place. But if you push them down and click them in, there we go. So I'm going to turn the sound brick off just while we're explaining this through. So everything's built on here, but you're probably wondering how this is lit up. So let me show you. If we take this apart, so we take this off here, like that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the ends off here as well. So we're just going to remove these sections like that. So now what we have is these right angle plates which holds those kind of wings in place. So what we're going to do is just remove the 2 light bricks there. We're going to remove the sound brick, and then what we're going to do is remove the 2x3 there. Now what I want to show you is these plates. These plates are incredibly interesting because, and I'm sure these are in a lot of sets. I don't know, I've not Googled it, but I've not seen these before. Now these are power transferable 2x plates. If we have a look in there, we can see all the metal that's inside that goes to each of the studs. And then on the studs, I'm not sure if you can see that, I'm sure you can, you have the little metal connectors onto every single stud. And it's the same on this 2x4 as well. So what that does is once you turn the battery pack on, it then transfers that power from the 9 volt, and I'm sure you can see in the 9 volt here, just in here and in here, you can see 2 rows where the power comes from the 9 volt battery up into the block, into the studs, which then transfers to the rest of the set. Okay, so now we have the ship completely rebuilt again. So we can, again, just like the other ship, we turn this 180 and we put that in. We now have completely still, instead of blinking lights. Now, just exactly the same as the other set, we have a sound brick, which we just turn 90 degrees for it to turn on, and we turn 90 degrees for the second sound. And then we turn 90 degrees to turn it off. And then we can just connect this straight back through there into a 1x2. And with a little Technic pin, it just goes straight in and docks like that. A fantastic set, a very interesting set. A set that kind of evokes childhood play and adventure, kind of making your own ideas up. So, for example, what we could do is, because we have the ability over here, we can take light bricks from other sets. So I'm going to take a light brick from here or from anywhere else, and I'm going to add it to there. And we can put the sound brick back into there, and we can put this up here, and that way we've added another light brick to our set. And you can continually work up and down the 8 volt, the 9 volt battery box, or along these 2x induction, not induction, but something that conducts the electricity through these plates. So you can actually continue this down. And if you decided to, back in the day, I'm sure you could have purchased these and just created a whole area of lights and sounds and flashing and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's fantastic. It sparks the imagination. These obviously still act just like standard studs, and it has a wonderful, wonderful look about it. Fantastic, isn't it? So what I want to do is now show you in depth what these light bricks can do. So let's get on to that. So I'd like to show you the light brick that we have. So let's start by just turning it on. So if it's on like that, obviously, as I showed you before, we can pick it up, turn it 180 and make it flash. However, that's not the only interesting part about these light bricks. So these light bricks actually come multicolored. Now, it's not a button you press, it's nothing fancy like that. It's simply, let me show you, these. So you have little caps that you put over the light brick. So if we take this cap off, and you actually just pull it off like that, and then we add a green, put the green on, we have a green light. And then if we decided to, we could put the green off, we could have a blue one. And you can do this for any and all of the light bricks, and they all come with a full set of lights, with a full set of caps to put onto your light brick. So you can choose what lights you have. So it inspires the creativity again in these sets. So if you decided to, you could have flashing, you could go red, and then if you wanted to, you could go something like a police siren like that. Or if you wanted to, you could go with a double green, like we have on the XT Starship. And I think not only does it inspire creativity, but it inspires so many different things in terms of how to have flashing lights, to have still lights, to have multicolours, to be able to position them down the connected plate, so you can create connected plates off this, so you can go kind of out here and then you can connect the plates along this way, and then you can have the lights out the end. It's an absolutely fantastic system, and I gotta say, it's something that maybe Lego wants to consider bringing back. The idea of using a very, very tiny round flat battery for its battery pack, and then to have conducted plates to be able to go off to create lights all over the place, is something that I think would inspire that creativity and a new generation of light bricks and kind of light sources. Anyway, let me just show you in detail if we take these off here. Oh, I just wanted to show you before we move on. So let's say we use a green here and we put it on like that. It doesn't come off if I put this there. It doesn't come off, and you have to physically take it apart. And there's a little click which kind of allows you that safety of knowing you're not going to lose these heads as they fall off. So let's just have a quick look at the sound brick. So if we turn it on, we then have, it's just a 90-degree turn. So 90 degrees for the first sound, 90 degrees off, 90 degrees for the second sound, and then we're off again there. So that's the sound brick, and combined, it creates two incredibly interesting sets. I think it's quite a wonderful thing that we have managed to accomplish here, which is finding all of the pieces, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks we're going to polish them up and buff them up so we have this immaculate couple of sets. So as I've said before, we've got these kind of immaculate torsos on the 3 minifigures, if we have a look in there as well. And then I'm hoping to buff up this windscreen so we can get that looking absolutely immaculate. All the tubes are looking in fine condition. The trans red and trans green pieces are looking wonderful as well. Obviously the light bricks are all working and looking good, and the sound bricks are pumping out those beats every time we hit 90 degrees. All the print pieces, again, no scratches, no major marks, nothing really. These sets have been wonderfully looked after, and I've got to say, I am extremely proud to have them in my collection. They definitely won't be sold. It's really interesting to look back on my childhood playing with Lego, and I don't remember the 9-volt battery boxes or the light bricks or the sound bricks at all. And I have to say, it's been a wonderful surprise going through these sets and the consignment Lego that I have, to kind of put these together, to kind of give me something new to think about with Lego, and especially vintage Lego as well. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful sets. Have you ever seen these? Did you used to have them as a kid, or have you come across them in, you know, Facebook Marketplace or thrift stores or whatever? I'd be really interested to know if anybody else has these sets. I don't know anybody who's ever come across them, let alone owning them. So yeah, I'd be really interested to know if anybody else has them or knows anything more about them, that I obviously am a novice and don't know an awful lot about light and sound at all. So if anybody wants to leave in the comments and let me know, give me a bit more information, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please consider subscribing, leave a like, that really helps other people find the video. But until the next time, you take care, look after yourselves, bye bye.